There was an old man who had dedicated his entire life to serving God. Every morning he opened his Bible, deeply immersed himself in the words of Scripture, and prayed not only for himself, but for his family, friends, and all those struggling with hardships. His words were full of hope, and his heart was full of love. As the years passed, his life was not without pain. He lost his lifelong partner, who had stood by him through every joy and sorrow. His friends gradually passed away, his health declined, and everyday life became increasingly difficult. The prayers that once brought comfort now seemed to bounce back off the walls, unheard. One evening, sitting alone at home, he took out his Bible, but the words blurred before his eyes. He looked up at the sky and sighed deeply. "Lord, I have turned to you all my life. I have faithfully walked your path, loved you and served others. Why have you left me alone? Why don't I hear your voice when I need it most?" Only silence answered him. For days, weeks even, no answer came. The silence became an ever heavier burden. He wrestled with doubts, pain, and a feeling of abandonment. He questioned whether God truly existed or if he was merely a story to comfort people. Yet, deep in his heart, hope still lived that somewhere, sometime, God would respond. One evening, just as he was about to give up, he simply said, "Lord, if you are listening now, even if you remain silent, I still believe in you. I still love you, even if I don't understand what you are doing in my life. I trust you because I know you are my light, even in my darkest hours." And then something happened, not something that could be heard or seen, but deeply felt. A profound peace spread through his soul, replacing uncertainty with calm. He realized that God's presence is not always loud or spectacular. Sometimes the greatest presence lies in the silence, when there is no immediate answer, and when a person perseveres in faith. This story is not unique. Jesus himself experienced loneliness and struggle when he prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane. According to the Gospels, Jesus fell to his knees there, wrestling with fear and sorrow, because he knew the pain and suffering that awaited him. Yet he said to the Father, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but yours be done." Jesus obeyed God's plan, setting an example for us. Obedience and faith give strength even when the path is filled with doubts and pain. In life, we all encounter similar situations. When we feel weighed down by pain and loneliness, feel abandoned by God, or even doubt, our faith is tested. True faith reveals itself not in easy times, but amid hardship. It is not when we get immediate answers to every question, but when we endure in silence and keep walking the path. Faith does not mean never having doubts or fears. Rather, it means being able to look beyond them and trust that God is with us in every circumstance, loves us, and ultimately wants what is best for us. Sometimes God's silence is not an absence but a gift, a chance to learn patience, to seek Him more deeply, and to purify our hearts. In the silence, we learn that faith is not defined by spectacular miracles or quick answers, but by perseverance, humility, and love. This quiet presence is what gives strength to everyday life when there is no easy answer, but we still move forward. At the end of the story, the old man did not receive a loud answer, but he felt the love, the hope, the strength to live for others even while carrying his own pain. This love, embodied in Jesus, can transform suffering and doubt. The true miracle is not always in spectacular events, but in the quiet strength that remains within us when we choose to hold on to faith no matter what happens.